Well, yeah, I told you I read Kagurabachi.
No, you didn't. Is it good? I still haven't read it yet.
Yeah, it's good. Like it has
Nice.
good art, but yeah, it's not amazing, but it's good.
That's
like I
what
see
I've
the
heard
same way. Yeah, the same way as Sakamoto. There's like really good action, but yeah, it doesn't reinvent the wheel.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, is that the story's kind of like not bad or anything. Like it's a good story, just lacking in some aspects. But then the art is really, really, really good.
It's not really good, but the action is good.
The action.
Yeah.
Well, maybe enough time has passed, and it's time for me to read Kagurabachi. I'm leaving this in, by the way. Hello, and welcome back to the channel. It is I, Straw Hat Lucas, Captain of the Eternal Dawn, and of course I'm joined this week by my co-host. Josh, go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Joshua Vykthor here. I'm ready to talk about the weekly reads.
Yes. I really am. I'm leaving in that Kagurabachi stuff. Okay, so audience peoples. This week, sadly, a new chapter of Galaxias has not come out. It came out in Japan, but they're not dropping the official English translations until next Wednesday, while the official Japanese release is taking a break week. A break week is a break week, no matter how you spin it, though. So we will not be talking about Galaxias today. It is the newest series we've been talking about recently. So kind of sad that 9 chapters in we're getting a break week, but it is what it is. So first up then, Ultimate Exorcist Kyoshi though.
Yeah, this was a good chapter.
Yeah, it was. Started out with Hitsugi, showing us what he's made of. He is fighting, I cannot remember this guy's name because we just met him, but Josh is in love with him. What is it?
Toji.
It is. I said it last time too. Every character named Toji's a badass. Gotta be. But yeah, Hitsugi,
it's so cool.
He is. Like, I didn't see it at last chapter. You were like, I'm gonna love this guy, and I was like, okay. And then this chapter though. Well, actually, no, I did kind of see it because when an old girl tried to kick him, he stopped it Conqueror's hockey style. It was crazy. But yeah, we get to see Hitsugi's fight, and this man went all out. I've got to show this to the audience. So he used his perfect blue attack, which we've seen a couple times in the series already. And not only that, but he did it at point blank range. Like, this is something we've seen tear demons in half, and he hit this man right in the face with it.
It had no effect. No visible effect.
Yeah, no visible effect, but he did pass the exam.
Yeah, Hitsugi's group just passed. That's it. They put up a good fight and he let them go.
Yeah, the fact that Toji is just, he's sitting there, he's smiling, he's happy that they passed. He's straight up like, yeah, you guys are strong enough to be, Grand Crosses.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, this is so good.
Yeah, and then it's kind of sad we skipped over the fight with the girl.
I wanted to see more from her. I feel like there's a reason he's concealing her, like the mangaka. There's a reason he's not showing us, because I think she's going to end up being a more important character. I think all 3 of these Exorcists are going to end up being kind of more relevant to the plot later on.
Yeah, but yeah, we see Hitsugi's mate, like he's from the same squad as him, and then the new character. That's kind of a psycho.
Yeah. And we love the psycho girl trope in shonen. It's always the best. It's always great for comedic moments like this one, where he's like, "Why are you?" She's like, "Who are you calling a little girl?" And he's like, "He also said you're an old hag in a kid's body." And she, of course, assaults him.
Yeah, I was talking about the guy with the hammer.
Oh, the guy with the hammer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really wanted to crack that head of hers open. I didn't even notice that. You're right.
Yeah, he's a psycho.
He's a legitimate psycho. I want to see more of him then too. Yes, but that gets us to the spiciest bits of the chapter, actually, because about 7 pages in this week, we finally get to see the battle between our main man Kyoshi and his name is something green. I can't remember what it is. Oh my goodness, this is gonna kill me.
Let's see the chapter.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have the screenshot for it.
Yeah,
still from last week's recording sessions.
His name is Yano.
Yana, yes.
Senpei Yano.
Yeah, Senpei Yano. And Yana. Oh. But we get to see Kyoshi step up to him. So with the first attack that Kyoshi let off the Moonrise Kingdom Artemis, I feel like he was just testing to see like what the guy was gonna do.
Yeah, it's more like a distraction, like he broke the attack and then went right behind him.
Exactly. But we learned, in my opinion, we learned a lot about Kyoshi as a protagonist, especially in these bigger fights. Something we saw a little bit of when he was defending Joe Jack. I can never remember which way it goes, but I know it's one of the two. But when he was defending him, we saw a little bit of this in him, where it's the minute you upset Kyoshi and treat someone that he cares about in any kind of way that isn't kind, he's gonna kick your ass. That's what I've learned this chapter.
But also in the fight with the Cross Paladin, we see Kyoshi didn't raise a hand against him.
Nope. Not a single one.
Yeah, now we see what happens when he does.
Yeah. What I really liked about Yana and his speech, where he was like talking about like you're either born with talent or you're not. And even though Kyoshi was born in talent, he's trying to fail him as a Grand Cross. And then Kyoshi does what also this Mandrake attack. I gotta get a screenshot of that and put it up on screen for the homies. He's sitting here, the guy's sitting here yelling at Kyoshi, basically being like, you're nothing but a knight who's deserted his knighthood. And Kyoshi just straight up, out of nowhere, releases Hades lightning and demolish this man's attack. Oh man.
Yeah, and then he goes for the punch.
Yeah, then he goes for the punch. You don't get to decide anyone's limits. What a hard line, dude. That's a bar. That's a bar. Yeah, look at that punch, man. Oh my goodness. I'm kind of glad that Galaxias was on break this week, because unless it was just as peak of a chapter as this one was, and the other two we're talking about today, I don't know about it. But I think this was the coldest we've ever seen Kyoshi, and we've seen some pretty good cold moments from him so far in these first 16 chapters. If a Grand Cross is decided by talent, then I want no part of it.
Yeah, and then you see everyone else just sweating, seeing Kyoshi have that kind of power, even Toji.
Yeah, he's like, one punch? Except for Tosaka. Hitsugi smiling makes me so happy, because it makes me think that I was wrong and you were right, man. He's not necessarily Hitsugi's or that is Hitsugi. He's not necessarily Kyoshi's rival. He's his friend. They're succeeding in different paths, but they want to see each other succeed at the same time.
Yeah. More like a Pokemon rivalry.
Exactly. It's like a Pokemon rivalry. Exactly. Yeah, it'd be cool if I became the champion, but if my buddy does it, that's all right too, kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
What all do you have to say on this chapter, Josh, before we move on to Gachiakuta?
They're really interesting to see what comes next. Like, did Kyoshi really fail, or just everyone else is gonna pass except him?
That's kind of where I'm at too. I want to know. I want to see if the guy that's been judging the entire competition kind of steps in and gives him the pass, and Tosaka, because I think Tosaka deserves it. My man went full frontal attack on Yana, wasn't scared, pulled out Cook, who, like, let's be real, Cook is the best. I think he fought hard, and I think he deserves to pass as well. If he would have had any other judge besides the one that he had, he would have passed. Yeah. And I think it would kind of be cool too if Tosaka passed and then Kyoshi still was like, I don't want to be a Grand Cross if this is what it means. Yeah, that would be interesting. And he would have to wait a year for the next exam. Exactly, but if he's this strong this year, imagine next year, bro. Yeah, he's gonna pass first time in the first round, like Killua style. Mm-hmm. Again with the Hunter x Hunter references. But Killua, I'm far enough to know that a little bit. All right, so let's move on, my man, to Gachiakuta. I've got to be honest. This first page, this first panel, really struck a chord with me because, yeah, Amo is sleeping, but if you notice, one of her eyes is just barely open. She's literally sleeping with one eye open. Yeah. And that's sad, dude. She deserves it so much better. I don't think she sleeps the one eye open. It's just the chest eye bag. See, that's what I thought too, but then when I zoomed in on it here, I'll send in our chat on Discord what I'm talking about. When I zoom in on it, it definitely looks like her eyes open.
I zoomed in really close. It doesn't really look like.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but either way, it was impactful for me opening the chapter like that, if that is the case. But then we get to Mr. Rudo and Tamsy, and this whole conversation was menacing as fuck to me.
Yeah, Rudo just doesn't know anything. And yeah, Tamsy just straight up tells him, like, gives him hints.
Yeah, like asking him if he's gonna go look for the kidnapper.
Yeah.
And I like that Rudo was like, this shows me that because he is kind of empty-headed at times, but he's capable of complex thought, because he's like, with the way the Raiders were talking about, they didn't know who took Amo, and talking about how Jabber had said it's not fun taking stuff when there's nobody to take it from. Like, he just found the boots, and Rudo put those pieces together. He's like, the kidnapper took her and left her shoes, and it makes him wonder if they took her to make her suffer. And it's just like, oh man, Rudo, my guy. I need him to find out it's Tamsy so badly.
Yeah, Tamsy straight up says in that the hint you need to get what you want might be lurking closer than you realized.
Exactly.
Lurking legend, Vex.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's Vex. Tamsy is Vex, confirmed now. No, I don't wish that voodoo on anybody, man. But he even talks about getting payback against the person who kidnapped Amo. Tamsy does. And is like, do you really want to fight Rudo? I mean, I think Tamsy at his current level, with Rudo's current level, it'd be a good fight. It'd be a good fight. But he's kind of implying that he wants it to happen. Or no, my reading comprehension is off in this. Because Tamsy says getting payback can be an end unto itself. That's just a normal part of this world. And Rudo says to that, so Amo made someone mad at her, and that's the only reason. So maybe Tamsy is hinting at that something Amo did upset him. I don't know. Lots to think about, if I'm being honest.
No, we know that Amo just kidnapped people across the desert. I think Tamsy did that just to fuck with Rudo.
That actually kind of makes sense, actually. Like, especially with how manipulative Tamsy is.
Like, yeah, we saw Tamsy was there when Rudo just cracked and just went punching Amo, and the thing around he started cracking. I think Tamsy knows about that.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Something happened with Rudo at that time.
Mm-hmm. The line that really interests me too on this page that I'm looking at now, it's the same page where Tamsy's, the hint you need to get you what you want might be looking closer. vexyz. He says the sphere and the ground are part of the same world, they're connected. But it's the way that Rudo reacts to it that has me interested, because Rudo knows this. I mean, he fell from the other, like the sphere. The way he's looking at Tamsy is like, how does Tamsy know this? I don't know. There's something about it. The mangaka has me reeling with some of these reaction shots, if I'm being honest. Because he's so good at expressing with the eyes.
Yeah, but also we know that Tamsy is the angel. He can traverse the border.
Exactly. And that's what makes me... But yeah, no, Tamsy, obviously can travel between the worlds, but it makes me think that... Has he said anything to Rudo about the sphere in the ground before? I feel like he has. I feel like they talked about it in the desert.
I don't think so.
No? Maybe that's why Rudo reacted the way he did. This next part coming up, though, if I'm being honest, my favorite part of the chapter.
Yeah, Rudo and she's just talking in sign language.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this is Grist down here, isn't it?
No, it's Follow.
Follow. Thank you. I get them confused all the time name-wise. But Follow, just looking at them, it can only be described as utter confusion. Like, it is perfect. And they're trying to, like, avoid making any kind of communication verbally because of, obviously, just for the audience at home, because the Choker Maker could hear them. It's Rudo's faces while he's making these gestures, though, is the best thing ever. Like, when he's here talking about taking the color off and stuff like that.
Yeah. And then you see Angie's face.
Yeah, he's so serious. Oh, yeah. Taking it off right after the meeting with the info broker screams suspicion. So you're telling me to line everyone forever? Like, and Follow in the background. Just dot. My poor man is so confused. Come to think of it, I heard the name Choker Maker from Kuro. Tamsy's surprised at the information broker not knowing anything about the choker maker is insane.
Yeah.
It's almost disbelief, like he's untrusting of Rudo or something. Crazy.
Like he knows Rudo is lying, like straight up.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially with the way he said goodnight to him in this chapter, he definitely knows.
Like chapter, you don't even need to be a liar to know that he's lying.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
line.
Exactly.
And Smokey just left.
What?
Smokey just jumped in and left.
Realizing we were recording weekly reads.
Yeah.
Smokey, shout out, baby. But here's another thing, because I brought this up earlier, man, about Rudo's critical thinking skills. He realized that he never mentioned the choker maker to Tamsy.
Yeah.
Because Tamsy made that correlation between he realized he didn't tell Tamsy about the choker maker having part of the Watchmen series, because Tamsy made the correlation between the Watchmen series and the choker maker without Rudo telling him. And it's just, that's that critical thinking that I really like. And then he's questioning as well, like, where is he going in the middle of the night? I think the battle with Tamsy is coming, and I'm hype for it.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be a good one. Oh man, one of my favorite characters in the manga ever. August, my man. Listen, the finger teeth on this thing is a little much.
But yeah, wait, is revealed that it's he may just, bro, that reaction face.
I know. Yeah, the reveal of August, like the reaction shot from Rudo, and then I love August so much. He has so much energy, man. Like if I lived in this world, I'd be an August type. I'd be super energetic and be like, yeah, we live in trash, but it's cool.
Yeah, August is one of the type of guy I would hang out with in real life.
Exactly. Yeah, I'd smoke a blunt with August. He's part of the dream rotation circle from Gachiakuta for me. Like, have a drink with him.
Yeah.
I've been looking forward to this. Oh, yeah, you can tell, like, he's just so hyped about the Doll Festival. And then giving that little smirk to Rudo, being like, the Doll Festival, you hear that? I gotta put that up on screen. That's how I knew a new Gachi chapter dropped this week already, because Josh, you sent me that panel.
Yeah, for context, I always send Lucas sort of a panel from the chapter before he reads them.
Yeah, every time. Same with Kyoshi too, dude. Actually, I've noticed this. It's Kyoshi on Sunday, Dandadan on Monday, and then Gachiakuta on Tuesday. It's a good little routine. But yeah, so we are getting this set up for the Doll Festival, which we learned a little bit more about. Apparently, it's a bunch of givers with dolls and other toys as vital instruments, and they put on like a show of toys coming to life, which is cool as hell. Like they show this one little like thing of like, it looks like a doll being controlled by a female giver. And I'm gonna throw the panel up on screen because it looks sick. I'm super excited for this. I feel like this is gonna be a super cool arc. And I have to look this up actually real fast. The 31st is on a Thursday, but the week of Halloween, because the Doll Festival is on Halloween, if the mangaka pulls off getting to drop the chapter on Halloween, or like they arrive at the Doll Festival and it starts the week of Halloween. That would be crazy. That'd be so cool. Yeah, like it's close. When I was reading the chapter, I was like, oh my god, the mangaka's a genius. Maybe that's why he hasn't taken any breaks in a minute. So like maybe that's why, is because he wanted to make sure he hit this chapter release before Halloween, or like right around Halloween. That'd be so cool. Yeah, it goes like this, gives the vibes of Soul Eater. Like Soul Eater had a lot of Halloween vibes at the beginning. Yeah. Which I was a huge fan of Soul Eater at the beginning of season 1 and for most of season 2 as well. But I'm not gonna lie, I was one of the people who thought it kind of fell off after a while. Yeah, because the anime just started. The anime just started making their own ending, and yeah, the manga is so bad. I'm throwing this panel of August yelling about how thrilling of an event the Doll Festival is up on screen as well. Because my boy's reaction, the energy on this man, like. Yeah, he isn't even. He does.
every panel he is completely different person. Almost like he's malleable.
Yeah, very, very malleable. It's insane, man. There's literally the past like 8 screenshots I've taken to show up on the episode have just been different faces he's made.
Like there isn't even a single panel where he looks exactly the same.
No. You can always tell it's him though, which is always like his reactions are just insane. Is he a giver? I can't remember right now. Is he just a cleaner?
Where he just makes the clothes.
He just makes the clothes, that's right.
Like we don't know if he's a giver or not. But yeah, if his sister is a giver, he should be one too.
That's what I was thinking as well. Like it's a genetic thing, like family bloodline kind of thing. He's getting all hyped up to make Rudo a costume, and then they have another jester convo. So guys, what's all the arm flailing about? And Follow being like, oh, what a relief. I wasn't going crazy. The setup on Follow being terrified because he thought something was wrong with Rudo and Engine is insane.
Yeah, when everyone is on a joke except that one guy.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, is this a new trend? Kills me. I believe that is actually the end of the chapter. So we're going to the doll festival where Kuro told them to follow the White Crow. Spicy shit, bro. What'd you think of the chapter, brother?
Really good, like really high tension at the beginning, and then you have the comedy of just August existing.
That's the best way to put it too, man. Because it literally every chapter with August, you know you're gonna laugh every single time. Like when the anime drops, I know it'll be quite a bit before we get him in the story, but like when we get him, he's gonna be an anime fan favorite. I already know. I already know. Peak is peak. That's what we've learned reading Gachiakuta every week, guys.
Read the series.
Yes,
Smokey, I know you're watching.
Yeah.
Smokey, I know you're watching.
Read the series, Smokey, or at least get caught up, and then we'll read it to you through this. But yes, read the series. It's super, super, super good. Yeah, this goes for the rest of the audience as well. If you're just watching this episode for only or this series for only one specific manga we're talking about, get into Gachiakuta. 100% worth it. So I think that brings us to last chapter of the week, which is Dandadan.
Oh yeah.
This chapter, classic. We literally just last episode, brother. We're talking about Tatsu introducing characters briefly and then giving them a super, super messed up backstory. Hold it off again.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah. So we learn more about the girl that was attacking Momo in the library the last few chapters. Well, it was like 2 chapters ago. And this girl has it rough. Her entire class ignores her. She goes home and her parents and sister are actively talking about how her sister is 100% better than her, hasn't done anything since she was young that anyone fussed over. And we didn't get to see this panel of her, like the youngest piano prodigy winner or whatever it was. And then the shot of her as a little girl standing in front of all of the people, like applauding her and stuff. And just in contrast to the shot of her standing in front of her past accolades that she does not get recognized for anymore. Tatsu, my man, what are you trying to do to me emotionally? Like, I gotta ask.
And she asks, where did it go wrong?
Yeah, she's asking, where did it go wrong? Why? Where did I go wrong? I tried my very hardest, so why am I the only one? Look at me, fuss over me like you did before, look at me. And so, she makes a mistake that a lot of young women in our society do and post a saucy picture online. And of course, that's Saint Germain. It has to be. Like, that took the picture of her and was like going to spread it around.
Like, I don't know if it's really him because the dialogue doesn't really fit him.
Yeah, and the silhouette doesn't look like him either. Like, I know Tatsu might be just trying to keep it mysterious, but it might just be someone else that is possessed by him. Or, you know what I mean? Influenced by him.
Yeah. He does give her the knife though.
Yes, he does. Yeah, this made my skin crawl, I'm not gonna lie. Like, because this was something that kind of started happening when I was younger to people. Where like, it would take a picture like that and then it would get leaked online. So it's a very real, like, problem that actually happens in society even up till today.
Yeah, and even what leads to that. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, the parents doesn't care about her. Anyone at her school that just pretends she doesn't exist.
Yeah. I really gotta give it to Tetsu because he took this very uncomfy subject and he did it with enough taste that it doesn't feel like he's just using it as a plot device. It feels like he knew how much it would impact the character, like if they were a real person, you know. He did a really good job writing this, and like I said, it made my skin crawl reading it, and then like it made me real mad. I feel so bad for this girl right now. I really do. But then we get to the gang, as I'm now going to call them.
Gang.
Or my gang homies. Gang.
No.
No. Was anyone here in the library doing? Oh, sorry. Sometimes I like to read the manga while I'm recording. That's that One Piece reaction coming out right now. But no, we get back to the gang, and they're looking for this girl. They're going through all the classes and stuff. And Momo's trying to stand up out of the pocket is just hilarious.
Yeah, no one noticing her.
Yeah, no, which makes me think that that's because of the yokai power that affected her. Because yokais aren't visible to like normal everyday citizens unless they want to be.
Yeah, but also the thing, like, you won't see the supernatural unless you try it.
Exactly.
Like yeah, a concept from Berserk. You can see the supernatural unless you believe in it. Or open your mind to it.
We getting Farnice up in here. Okay.
But yeah, the gang sees her.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see anyone that's hiding their face with their hair and then looks up and sees her.
And yeah, the chase begins.
The chase begins, man. I'm sorry, I got distracted by Gigi just randomly busting moves while the rest of them are like him and Vamola are not helping at all.
Yeah, Gigi is just emoting. For no reason.
He's like, I'm cranking 90s, time to die Chan. And then here comes Saint Germain with his please do not run in the halls. them slowly walking past. Vamola cracks me up every time, brother. Like every time. just, like, why is she holding on to his shoulders? Is it so she knows what pace to walk at? Like,
yeah.
This also, I gotta admit, with how much we're laughing right now, this speaks so much to Tatsu as a mangaka as well, because opening the chapter with as serious as a note as he did, and then giving us these great antics, like, oh, it's perfect. And I also love that Kenta, even when they're walking, is behind in the pack because he's not very physically fit. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. And then you see, like, get around the corner and just start running again.
Oh, yeah, right away.
Yeah, Gigi is way faster than everyone else.
Which is weird, because I feel like, oh, he's still got the evil eye inside of him.
No, but he's just athletic in general before he got the evil eye.
Oh, yeah, I know. That's why the evil eye wanted him, is because he had like a peak physical body or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But now Okuran, I feel like, would probably be like base Okuran, probably stronger or faster than base Gigi, in my opinion. After the Turbo Granny. But then we get the last panel of the chapter, and girl is gone. She has just disappeared. Tatsu, you son of a gun, every week you leave me on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, but even before that, we see some characterization from Okuran, like, he's gonna go in first in case she attacks with the knife.
Oh, we didn't even... Yeah, exactly. Like, I like that too. Like, he stops Aria.
Ira.
You said Ira. But he stops her from going in just to make sure he saves her. I didn't even realize this, but we got a name reveal in this chapter. for the girl. Her name is Koki Yukishiro.
Yeah.
And this poor girl, dude. Like I said, Tatsu, he's just a master of it. Dandadan has just been good back to back to back to back to back lately, bro. I thought we were gonna slow down, if I'm being honest, after the fairy tale card arc ended. I thought we would get, like, because that's how he does, you know. He'll give you like a chapter or two of social stuff that set up the next chapter. Like we always, I'm sure you've picked up on the formula now. Like after every big major event, we always go back to the school for a little bit, or Miss Aise's grandmother's house, Seko, which, oh my god, Seko, let me see my girl.
I mean, we did have like 2 or 3 chapters of just downtime. Yeah, the gang just chilling on the school and Nokran just being.
And they went, yeah, you're right. I guess it didn't feel that way to me because Momo's still small.
And Okran did have his balls for most of his in the series, but
yeah, guys, 168 chapters in, we got his balls back. It was actually a little bit before that, but still. My man's got his nads. That's what's important. But yeah, dude, it's just been getting better and better, and I'm really excited to see what the payoff is with Saint Germain, because there's got to be something bigger than that. Because I don't feel like we're done with the alien threat either. Like I know we had like the big war and everything, but I feel like the clash between yokai and alien, like the yokai alien war, that's got to happen. It's been teased since like the beginning of the series. And
there's also the thing like usually you have an alien arc and then a ghost arc and then an alien arc and so on.
Which brings it, I think that we're about to get the Saint Germain arc, because he's kind of a blend of both, right? He was with the aliens when we first were introduced to him, and then he uses the power of yokai, which probably is what allowed him to overpower the aliens to begin with, to gain their trust, which is what I assume he did. I mean, we'll probably get a tragic backstory for Saint Germain as well. We just haven't got there yet.
One day.
Anything else you want to say about Dandadan before we wrap it up for the week, my man?
Like I need the Cookie or whatever his name, like Koki, to join the main cast.
I do too. She deserves it. Like that girl has been through enough. Like give her a group of friends that'll take care of her no matter what. Like,
yeah, exactly.
We got 6 right now. Make it a strong, solid 7.
No, there is 7 with the class rep.
Oh yeah, class rep. And then if you count Turbo Granny and Granny, that's 9. We need an even 10, Tatsu. Come on now.
I mean, also there is always the possibility of Punji returning.
Oh yeah, true. And Zulo, like he could come back and join the crew, which I don't think he will, because he's got the cop and like they're kind of like a family unit. But like Zolo coming back would be cool as fuck too. Like that guy was awesome. I loved his character.
And those you have Peeny Weenie.
Oh yeah, Peeny Weenie.
He's part of the main cast. He was there for every major arc ever since he was introduced.
Now I'm trying to think of obscure characters that we could also get back.
Peeny Weenie isn't obscure. He's one of the main characters. He's a part of the main cast.
Listen, Chiquita needs to just come back. Mr. Mantis Shrimp, Peeny Weenie. Home Chiquita like the banana. I just realized he's gonna be introduced in the anime soon. Like sooner than later. Like we're gonna get him in the next like 3 or 4 episodes. Like that's hot. That's awesome. I'm so ready for Peeny Weenie. Words I never thought I'd say in my life. Oh, that's good. But yeah, I'm down to close it out this week, brother. We had a lot of good chapters. There's been a lot of hype discussion this week. But yeah, I've been Straw Hat Lucas, captain of the Eternal Dawn. Josh, you want to say bye to the peoples?
Peace.
Go read Gachiakuta,